We're here, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. What's our next... Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham.
Looks like you haven't read any memos lately. The new Academia decree clearly states that even a sage doesn't have the authority to interfere with the Matra's If your superior were here, he wouldn't be asking me what to do. Instead, he'd be telling me to stay out of the...
You're right. Understood. Then please wait here as we lock down the perimeter and search for suspicion. Ilyas, please stay here. Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham, I'll have to trouble you with the protection.
Sure, though I'd rather he just protect himself.
Just like he did back at Aro Village.
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position clearly. Arav has just as many doubts about my coming along as you do. But unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like the acting Grand Sage is trying to seize the Matra's powers. That question was obviously bait. The Matra were once under the influence of the sages, and so were often subject to these bureaucratic... The test was strictly unnecessary, though. I hope that our exchange will assure him that I won't interfere with their work this time.
Why is this so
This is why I was against becoming the acting Grand Sage from the very first. Titles and rank inevitably make a lot of things more troublesome than usual.
Excuse me, acting Grand Sage. I've had a question on my mind, and I need to know the answer no matter what. Have we met before?
No. I have no recollection of ever meeting you.
Haha, I thought so too. I probably wouldn't have had anything to do with someone of your caliber.
Then why did you ask?
Well, for some reason I felt a sense of familiarity when I met you for the first...
Really? A misperception, perhaps.
Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham, we've apprehended a suspect.
Siraj?
No, it's the Kasharawar researcher who has dealings with him. His name...
Acting Sage Alhaitham. Wait, can someone please explain what's going on? I admit that I did steal some mechanical components from the lab and sell them, but does something like that really warrant the personal interest of the acting Grand Sage? What have I got myself into? I know I let greed get the best of me, but please, I promise that this won't ever happen again.
I would like to ask him a few questions.
Of course.
Do you know Siraj?
Yeah, that's the name of my buyer. He asked to make the transaction at the tavern, but he never showed up.
What were the details of this transaction?
He's doing some kind of experiment that seems to require many power generators and electrical components that can only be found in our project. He contacted me in private and said that he'd pay a large sum of mora if I was willing to put some aside for him, under the pretense of them being defective parts. We had originally agreed to meet at the tavern earlier today to do the trade. I sure didn't expect to get stood up, or run into you all.
Perhaps Siraj was aware that Ilyas might leak information. The good news is, regardless of what Siraj was planning... Do you have any more questions for the suspect?
No, he's all yours. But I'd like to borrow Ilyas for a...
That's fine. We conducted a comprehensive lie detection exam. However, I am curious.
I've read some papers regarding amnesia, and
I see.
Follow me.
Siraj didn't show up at the tavern. Alhaitham, are you serious about seeing things through?
I thought you would have guessed the reason by now.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh, so that's why you asked to come along when Arav briefed you on this. So you're not here because you're interested in the case itself, but because...
You couldn't be further from the truth. But I wasn't expecting much from you to begin with. For the time being, he submitted a thesis 1 year ago, and the grant from violating matters regarding... My opinion was that Siraj's research was both overly naive and...
So that's why he's buying energy sources and electric...
He's most likely trying to circumvent...
That sounds super suspicious. Ilyas, can you try to remember things again? Maybe something...
I'm sorry, but
It is possible for a person to subconsciously forget. However, Now.
Well, actually, I feel like I've forgotten more than just the memories of the time I was kidnapped and experimented on. The kind of person I am, the things I've done. But I do vaguely remember that there are two...
Do tell.
The first is to get my paycheck from the Academia and give it to my younger sister in Gandharvaville. I'm not sure about the details, but it seems that I would send money to my young...
And the second thing? What's the second thing?
I can't remember. Sorry, there's just so much I can't...
Not unexpected. However, you're the only one who has seen Siraj and knows the exact
Losing your memories must be really...
Oh, thank you so much. I have so few memories that... But amidst all that, nevertheless, I have you all to... Now, I
see.
There's so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
I hope you'll have a wonderful day.
Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. I've sent this period's research expenses report.
I did. Recent research expenses have decreased quite a bit compared to past figures.
Yes, though that is primarily because there are a few... But that can be a rather...
I believe you know this individual.
Oh, yes, of course. Though, Ilyas, where have you been these past few days? That was our busy period, but then you disappeared.
I'm sorry, something unexpected came up. But I know I've caused...
The other researchers, do you remember Chand? He retracted his... He's the 12th
Understood.
I'll pay you in full once... Is this acceptable, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham?
I have no objection.
Elias? Long time no see. What can I do for you? I heard that you canceled your research project, so... Oh, that... it's really nothing special. I'm not the only one who canceled.
No motivation to conduct research?
Yeah. Say,
No, don't mind me. Please.
well, with the downfall of the Sages not long ago, many of the projects that they led were put on hold while they were being invested. With the situation being so volatile...
When you say how
Wow, talk about blunt. But that isn't the only reason for the lack of motivation to start new research.
So what are the other reasons?
Well, because I'm sure you're all... Back then, the Akasha... It was beyond convenient. We didn't have to spend an extended amount of time studying...
I see.
You get it, right? There are only a handful of people, although our names will be first...
Ilias, what's wrong?
My head... It hurts! I remember now. I remember what Siraj said to me as he approached. You will become Siraj number 36. Fuse yourself with a consciousness under my control. Think...
Paimon doesn't get it. What does that even mean?
It's what Siraj was researching and the topic of the thesis he had submitted. Collective consciousness and the path of evolution. Siraj believed, first, he would rank test subjects in descending order of ability. Lastly, this system must support the
Paimon still doesn't get it.
Think of it as linking many minds together, and eventually, Siraj believes this collective consciousness...
Whoa.
It's just as Alhaitham said. Siraj gave all... Smaller numbers were... I also recall that...
Oh no, then we gotta hurry.
I tried my best, but that's all I...
Take your time. You'll eventually remember.
What's off?
You were only designated as number... I'm not sure what Siraj...
Please, wait. I heard you all talking about Siraj just now. Are you looking for him?
Huh?
Well, Siraj is pretty popular as of late. There are many. That said, I do know a reason. If you're interested, you can try to find...
There's quality here.
Are you Janaki? We'd like to...
Ilya,
Do you know me?
are you playing?
No, I'm not. I actually have amnesia, so I've lost a lot of my memories.
And? Are you trying to say that I should... Or are you using the app?
That's enough. I heard that Siraj wants...
So, what if it... Siraj did extend an invitation to me. I think it was about collective consciousness or something. Anyway, he said that I could be number 45. No one wants to be...
Ilias is number 30.
Tell me, did Siraj tell you how he...
Yeah, remember how... They left a document that I don't know how Siraj...
I see. He believes that this data... Putting aside the validity of the data, it is me... At most,
See? I knew I couldn't have...
What else do you know about...
That's it. He came to me. Is there anything else you needed? If not, I'm out of here.
Please, wait. I still want to know what I did in the past.
You really forgot.
I swear. I don't remember anything.
Paimon can vouch for him. The mantra also said that he truly lost his memory.
I see. You know what? I get angry just thinking about it. So I really don't have... That's all I have.
And she's gone.
I really don't. I guess.
Do you want to remember?
Huh?
Even though you're a witness against Siraj in this case, you've also lost your memory. No one can
I'm not sure what to do. But
I can look up your file. Something that caused trouble. Would you like me to look in?
Yes.
All right. Let's split up for now. We'll meet back here later and then head over.
Okay, thank you.
Relax, Ilias. Being nervous accomplishes nothing.
That's true. I'll also try my best to remember anything else related.
I'm holding you to that.
Here's the book list he gave me.
Okay. The important files from the last few years should all be here.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Anyway, I found Ilias's file. Let's meet downstairs.
What have I done?
This file indicates that you were once commended.
Huh?
Yes. Your report was found. This incident What is it?
No, it's just my head. Did I seriously?
Let's put this matter aside for.
I'm sorry. That should have been something good to hear, but
Take it slow. Just do what you think.
thank you.
Let's head to Gandharvaville and deliver it.
Useless.
We should be close. Let me think. It should be this way.
Ilias, what are you doing back here?
Dad, it's nothing. I was just wondering how everyone was doing.
You sure everything's okay? Did they both... Ilias!
I'm fine. Just a minor headache.
Back then, I told you not to be a hero. Look how things turned out.
I can't imagine how things are going for you at the academia.
You don't have to force yourself to stay at the...
I'm all right, I just...
Ilias doesn't seem like he wants them to know that he has amnesia.
Hey, that's enough, you two. Ilias isn't feeling well. You can keep nagging him once we get home. Ilias, let's find somewhere to talk. So, how's your headache?
It's much better now. Oh, here, it's this month's paycheck. How's everything at home?
Same old, same old. It's just that everyone's worried about you. Don't mind their nagging. Deep down, they know that you did the right thing. It's just that after hearing a lot of bad rumors about you and seeing all the threatening letters, well, they're mom and dad. Maybe they just want you to conform a bit more.
Conform.
Yeah, you don't remember? After the incident, you... Ilias? What's wrong?
Ah, I see. I remember now. Don't worry, I remember now.
You're acting a little weird today, you know? Anyway, I understand your decision, but Mom, Dad, and I just want you to be happy. I don't care if you're a hero or not. I just want you to enjoy life and relax more.
Your understanding is a great comfort to him.
Is it? That's good. Are you a friend of his?
More so these two. My name is Alhaitham, and this is the Traveler in Paimon.
Oh, that rings a bell. At any rate, I feel more at ease knowing that my brother has friends. Would you like to join us for dinner? I just happened to buy some extra food.
Sorry, but I still have things I need to take care of.
Well, that's a shame. Okay, I'll get going then. Take care of yourself, Ilias.
Don't worry, I won't do anything to make you guys worry again.
You remember now?
Yes, I do. Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person.
Is that your way of conveying gratitude?
Oh, my apologies, but I meant every word. Remember when I asked at the tavern if we had ever met? I said that there was a sense of familiarity, but what I really meant was a sense of loathing.
Loathing?
Yeah, but having spent some time with you, I realized that you're not someone I dislike to that extent. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
My strength is that I don't care about what others think. If you could also develop this quality, then you won't be as bothered by complicated social relationships.
It'd be great if I could think like you. But first things first, I remember where Siraj's cave is now. I'll take you there.
Really? That's great! Paimon remembers that you said there are 2 things that you had to do. We've only checked off 1, right? What about the other one? Are we not gonna do that first?
There are more important things at hand. We have to stop Siraj before he completes his collective consciousness.
You're right. Let's head out.
Demons do not stop for the raid. Move.
This is the place.
It's so well hidden. But there's nothing spooky about it. Let's go inside and take a look. Weird. It's bigger on the inside than Paimon imagined. Are you sure it's still a work in progress? Ilias, do you remember this place? Ilias! Where'd he go?
I don't sense him nearby.
Did he get separated from us? Should we wait here or turn around and look for him?
There's no need for that. Let's keep moving.
Alright. We'll continue in and see if he catches up to us.
It's okay, Ilias. You've done more than enough for me already.
I don't understand. Everyone knows that Johnny is stealing your research. He shamelessly used your thesis to send in a project application, and whenever the project hits a wall, he asks you for help. Everyone knows what's going on.
Do you know how many people are working on that project? If Johnny was kicked out because of academic fraud, that'd be the end of the project. too many people would be affected.
But he's obviously taking advantage. He throws you the hardest work, and after you're done pulling all-nighters, he struts around with your research data and takes credit for it. That's not right! Why are you putting up with this?
A lot of people warned me to not say anything, and I think they have a point. This is just how things are. All I want is to graduate without any problem. It's okay. He's at least paying me.
Half a year of your time and effort, countless all-nighters, and casual threats and insults, all for a measly 20,000 mora? He's treating people like cattle.
Enough. It's fine. I just need to suck it up and get it done.
What's the matter? Huh? You could read minds this whole time and you never told Paimon?
Of course, I was also able to see those memories just now. They were probably the ones that leaked out while Ilias was connecting to the collective consciousness.
Connecting collective consciousness?
It's clear that this place isn't a work in progress. The hive has long been finished. The collective consciousness project is already complete, and Ilias, not entirely. Keep walking and you'll see why.
Strange. That doesn't seem right. Maybe we need to use 2 keys at once.
Here you are.
As one with wind and cloud.
Wretched vermin!
The wind rises.
Too slow.
Allow me.
Quicker. How bold. Scatter. Well now. Well now.
Covenant of the Deep. Rest and rebuild. Yeah. Allow me. It's completely different from what Ilias said. This place looks like it's been down for a while.
Contributing to the collective by only thinking to your strengths. How easy.
Alhaitham. Just thinking of that name fills me with hatred. We must get rid of him.
Wait.
An entire year's worth of work down the drain. And for what? Your reputation? Do you have any idea how many people you brought down?
You could have played hero any time, so why couldn't you have waited until the project was complete?
I don't understand what you guys are saying. Are you saying you...
It's a shame. What happened to him? I thought he was stronger than that. Everyone has been working hard to complete the project. He could have endured for a bit longer, but he chose now, of all times, to...
In any case, we're done with you. Because of your recklessness, the Mata are putting Johnny on trial. Oh, this project is done for. None of this affects you at all. But do you know how many people, myself included, needed this project to complete their studies? Now our futures are up in the air. If worst comes to pass, we might not be able to graduate. Do you...
I'm sorry.
There's no need for an apology. It's not like I'll accept it anyway. You'll pay for this.
Hey, you're blinking out again. What did you see this time?
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. Save your words for when we see him.
Case, why don't we take both keys with us?
Well, Alias, this is all very strange. Is there really no research group that will take you? Well, to pass this course, you must complete a paper with other researchers. I know you're a hero for fighting academic fraud, but we can't make exceptions for heroes, now can we? Maybe you should try to improve your relationship with the other researchers. Getting a reputation for being...
I understand.
You seem troubled.
Who are you?
Where are my manners? My name is Siraj.
Siraj? I've heard of you before. Do you need something from me?
The world hates people who don't fit in. I imagine you've had your fair share of trouble. After you reported Johnny for academic fraud, you were ostracized and shunned. Even your family can't understand your actions. However, I'm working on some research that will help you merge into a collective. That way, your life won't be so... How about it?
What did you see?
Paimon can't believe it! He really did trick us! That Giga Jerk! No, Siraj is the real Giga Jerk here! Ilias is just a regular jerk! Ooh, Paimon's so mad! We're gonna find him, and we're gonna make him explain himself!
You've come. I intentionally slowed my integration into the collective consciousness because I wanted to see you one last time. And I wanted to apologize to you as him. It was only at Gandharvaville that the second thing I must do occurred to me. Bring you all here. To throw off the mantra and bring Alhaitham to the hive. That was my task as Siraj number 36.
You were already Siraj number 36? But you passed the mantra's lie detector test!
Yes, I truly did forget many things during that time, even my identity and assigned responsibilities. However, it's not that I got scared and forgot. I chose to delete those memories. It's difficult to fool Alhaitham, so I had to create the perfect guise for myself.
And the best guise is when you believe your own lies.
Correct. I only told you that the hive was incomplete because I had deleted my memories of its completion. It was finished a long time ago. Before I left, I was already living as number 36. Now, I choose to return to that identity. Only here. That's all I wanted to say. After I enter this room, my consciousness will merge back into the collective. And so, this is goodbye.
Is this your decision?
Yeah, the person we know is Ilyas, not Siraj number 36. The outside world is painful sometimes, but Paimon doesn't think that's a reason to run away.
Do you need more time to consider, Ilyas?
Hey, who are...
That.
So you're that giga jerk!
Giga jerk? Huh, how bold of you. Have I done something to offend you?
You...
I modified Akasha terminals to allow users to share memories and emotions. Then, I recruited researchers from the academia to build a collective consciousness. I assigned numbers to everyone and divided the experiment's tasks amongst themselves. Here, people can live easily and happily without needing to exercise complex mental thought. This is what...
You're just trying to justify yourself!
Then I ask you, what's the difference between here and the outside? There are researchers at the academia who engage in dangerous research in extreme environments while others become idle and listless. People are so obsessed with collective will that even those on the fringes will attempt to fit in after suffering setbacks. Isn't that right, Ilyas? There's no need to deny this, as it is fact. It is natural for social creatures to conform. And the terminus of conformity is a collective consciousness through which even an ordinary bee colony can become a powerful swarm. Replace the bees with humans, and this model becomes even more potent. Welcome to the hive, Alhaitham. You once arrogantly denied the merits of this project before the Grand Sage. A few simple words from you, and my research was consigned to nothingness. Of course, I'm well aware that you don't care about any of this. You don't care about the pain of others. But I didn't give up. I made my thesis into reality.
When we arrived, I noticed many empty rooms in the hive.
Oh, you noticed that? Then can you guess where their inhabitants are? The answer is the academia. They're executing another phase of the plan. The plan to install me as a sage. The collective consciousness links all of us into a single mind, showcasing our individual strengths as we work together. Everything has been proceeding smoothly. You are our biggest obstacle. With you out of the way, I'll use my growing influence to turn the collective consciousness into a legitimate study. The project will snowball until ultimately everyone will be part of my hive. No, the hive will be in control. And it will lead the academia towards a new future.
We won't let you do this!
What can you achieve with mere words? You weren't even able to change Ilyas's mind. Return to the hive, number 36.
Yes.
Wait! Don't go back! Look! There are lots of people out there worried about you. And you aren't an outcast. Aren't we your friends?
That's easy for you to say, given that you're travelers. Will you two continue to stay at the academia? When you leave, tragedy will repeat itself. Return, number 36. You know as well as I do that comforting words don't make life any easier.
Ilyas?
You two are just as arrogant as Alhaitham. You think that everyone should be like you and live according to their own truths. But you don't realize that most people simply want easy lives. I allowed number 36 to leave the hive without his memories only because I knew he would eventually. Alhaitham, do say a word or two. I will consider them as your last.
I made those words quite clear a year ago. The model you presented was extremely unstable. It can't be helped.
What?
What's happening?
The collective needs motivation to execute its plans, just as machinery requires energy to operate. That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective, prompting them to create and execute a plan to eliminate me. However, when Ilyas returned to the collective, his memories and emotions were shared with the rest of its members.
Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these two differing emotions will give rise to new
So that's it! Wait, so you... And then you pretended to keep him around just to fool... Wouldn't expect any less from you, Alhaitham. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take that opportunity to... Wait, it's back to normal.
Alhaitham, I told you. You're too arrogant. Did you really think that your little scheme would be enough to destabilize the hive? Ilyas's return had indeed introduced abnormal emotions into the hive, but such a meager drop cannot give rise to waves. Your struggle has been
So many monsters. Where did they come from? And something feels off about...
I also integrated monsters into the collective, though I rank them last. Even so, they are part of it. Despite their lack of intelligence, perfect cooperation can be achieved. Now then, drown in endless waves of monsters.
Hey, Alhaitham?
I've already sent my gift to the collective. You two just need to brace yourselves for the nuisance in front of us.
Well, all right. Paimon doesn't know how you get so confident, but...
Here you are.
Foreign!
Rest and rebuild!
Useless!
Flicker.
Alhaitham isn't that bad of a person.
But it has to be done. He must be eliminated so that we can evolve.
The process of elimination.
You see? That is the will of the collective. Even with the hatred gone, they continue their work. An external...
You're dead.
Allow me!
Clouds high. The birds up.
Cry louder!
Follow me.
Abrashman, hold the line!
He won't hold out for much longer.
He's a lot tougher than we imagined.
Something's gone wrong with your behavior. The monster.
Uphill battle!
Here you are. The threat. Well now. Flicker.
What's going on? What's with this sudden influx of information? Silence! Has the overmind, I command you!
Hold the line!
Behold.
Lament! Worthless! Worthless! Here! Worthless!
How is that possible? Why hasn't it been resolved yet?
Error in judgment?
The will of the collective cannot be wrong. The Overmind must have made an error in his judgment.
But Siraj is the most intelligent one. He is number one. His judgment is the optimal one.
Is that true? Not necessarily.
Hold the line!
Useless! Evil conquering! Worthless! Here! Worthless! As one with wind and cloud.
Billowing surge!
What have you done?
Calm down. Don't you have an easy way to figure this out? You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive. I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my Hive from the inside out!
Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
It's too late. Once the desires of the hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
I wouldn't have suffered such a disgraceful defeat if I was the Overmind.
My number shouldn't be so far down the list! Siraj is a liar!
This isn't what we agreed to!
I should be the one in your position!
The Hive shut down? What happened just now?
Members of a collective consciousness are more likely to reach consensus because of their shared memories and emotion. For example, Ilias did have differing perceptions, but he ultimately followed the collective consciousness's judgment. However, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the disturbance that Ilias caused wasn't for naught. It made the collective question the Overmind. Setbacks in the plan further amplified doubt, which diminishes the Overmind's influence. Apprehension, disappointment, panic, avarice. But in the Hive, where there are no secrets, negativity a few words were enough. Believe in the power of words, Siraj.
You were already thinking of a way to destroy the collective consciousness. You knew that Ilias was the bait all along?
I knew it from the moment I saw him. Moreover, I never looked down on you. You have a naive view towards the concepts of collective consciousness and human evolution. You would never let a test subject escape. Mistakes...
I never thought I'd hear those words come from you. But if you're saying that out of sympathy, spare me. I know very well that you've never viewed me as an equal. When you were with us, you always had a... You don't need to hide it. I know it better than anyone else. The arrogance that comes...
Your perspective is From your perspective, you probably think I'm like you. Someone who doesn't fit in. I just want to distance myself from meaningless noise and look at everything objectively. On the other hand, you have failed to come to terms with who you truly are. You care too much about winning and how others perceive you.
You mean to say that I'm the arrogant one?
Is that not so? Arrogant and emotionally fragile. You view people as a simple...
Regardless.
You will stand trial. I'm just an ordinary staff member. I believe it is the General Mahamatra's duty to escort you.
Sino? What are you doing here?
I followed the symbols. Looks like things have already been settled.
Symbols?
I left a similar picture in my letter to him, and I made several similar symbols on the way here.
Wait, what do you mean you left the letter? Oh, Paimon remembers! When Paimon first saw you, Arav said that you had left a letter for Sino. So you really did know that something was up with Ilias from the start!
It'd be best if you didn't spout nonsense. I never employed any mode of trickery on you. By the way, I came across some information at the Academia a few days ago. If you practice the method discussed therein, your vision may improve. Do you...
Seriously?
Don't worry. The Matra have started screening suspicious persons, and this was likely one factor that caused the Hive's consciousness to waver.
Good. Seems like the interesting part is already over. I'll see you.
And off he goes. There still are a lot of test subjects here, so let's stick around for a while.
Oh no. Oh no. I was involved in all these plans to get rid of the... What came over me? How could I do something like this?
We were accomplices without knowing it. Whether he's the scribe or the acting grand sage, we can't afford to offend him. It seems our future at the Academia will be full of uncertainties.
We can discuss the future later. Leaving the collective left me with a strange sense of guilt. I didn't feel anything towards Alhaitham at first, since he wasn't well known. Siraj made us hate Alhaitham, and we blindly accepted that hatred and thought of him as a bad person. From how things look, we've done a lot of irrational things.
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Alhaitham?
Sure, Paimon will help you tell Alhaitham.
It's okay. No matter what he chooses, apologizing will make us feel...
It's time to go.
Let's go.
So, were they all duped? We can ask Alhaitham about that.
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj number 36. Yet, my life as Ilyas goes on. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come forward with the truth. But I didn't have the courage then. So in the end, I lost my sense of justice. But I also wasn't able to conform.
Ilyas?
Don't be sad. I'm the one who deceived you. However, I didn't come out of this completely empty-handed. The moment the hive collapsed, an idea popped into my head. I realized that the collective I was always trying to fit into wasn't as powerful as I had imagined. Understanding that gave me courage somehow.
You can do it. Paimon believes in you.
Thanks. Well, I should get going. I'm one of the primary suspects in the case, so can you keep this a secret? Also, please apologize to Alhaitham for me.
All the test subjects have been taken away. I'll have my subordinates seal the place, retrieve all documentation, and destroy them. Are you too hurt? I brought bandages and hemostatics.
Paimon's fine. Just a little tired.
Get some rest. Alhaitham is probably waiting for you at the entrance. Go see him when you're done here. Watch out for any of Siraj's associates who might still be in hiding.
Okay, let's go meet up with Alhaitham.
The matter's settled. We can return now. I actually thought it would have been settled sooner. This took much longer than I expected. Judging by your faces, it seems like you two still have some questions. I respect your curiosity.
Hey, we're not your... What? Hey, you're not leaving today until you explain what happened.
See ya.
Hold it right there.
Are you done? Your behavior is reminding me of some other people.
Stop changing this...
It's too much of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know what? Come with me.
Where to?
You'll know when we get there.
Is this your home?
Yes.
What's with you all of a sudden? Being all polite and inviting us over?
Ah, you're back. Quick, come help me see if this painting's all straightened. Huh? Who are they?
Stop making a fuss. They're obviously guests.
You're not from the Academia, are you?
I'm unsure she's seen you before. You're that person from that time in that one place!
Wait, what? How do you know me? Oh no, do people know that I live here?
What? You're embarrassed only now of all time?
Oh, you guys are roommates!
Yes, we are, but keep that to yourselves. Please, don't tell anyone else.
I keep a few books on collectives and the subconscious here at home. I'll get them. You all chat in the meantime.
Hey!
Hey, you're leaving just like that? What's the deal, Alhaitham? Sorry, I know we've only just met, but I have to ask. Are you, you wouldn't happen to be actors that Alhaitham hired to pretend to be his friends, would you?
What?
Guess not. I've never seen him invite friends home before.
But aren't you friends with him?
I wouldn't say friends exactly. Okay, well, we used to be. But don't worry about it. My name is Kaveh. I'm sorry to have met you under these circumstances.
You seem like you got a lot going on.
Are you serious? How could you? Of course.
What? That was a normal response. You exposed your only...
Still, why do you have to treat me like he does?
Judging by the deafening din coming from the living room, you all must be getting along quite well.
Entertain your own friends, why don't you?
I'll leave the books here.
Paimon's dizzy from reading. This is way too complicated. Why don't we just ask questions instead? Paimon wants to know, how did you know about the collective consciousness's weakness?
A year ago, Siraj presented his thesis to the Grand Sage, who offhandedly asked for my opinion. I actually responded with 2 lines of reasoning. The first, as I've already said, was that the second was that I thought the direction of his research was too
Wait, that's too conservative?
One way to stabilize a collective consciousness is to... The optimal solution to achieve collective consciousness is to...
That's way too dangerous. You're not seriously considering...
I'm merely stating the facts. If Siraj had done that, I would have felt his work to be just... It's impossible for any species to evolve overnight. That's why the academia prohibited research into human evolution.
Ha! That's rich coming from you. If humans aren't humans without their humanity, then you'll probably evolve into some other species in another decade, I wager.
What about you? Are you going to devolve into a...
At least I'd be a fungus with empathy. Sorry for eavesdropping, but what happened to you guys? Are you in trouble?
Sort of. We encountered a strange researcher that had...
Are you all okay? Huh, so that's how things went. Such is life. If only he'd known, Alhaitham could have stayed indoors today, and the whole thing could have been avoided, right? Plus, he could have helped me with the housework for once. See those books? They've been sitting there waiting for someone to sort through them for an age. If you're not gonna read them, tidy them away. They don't belong there.
Can you feel the awkwardness in the air? I hope you're aware of your lack of conversation.
Oh, so the pots...
I'm doing quite well. Much better than that painting you're trying to hang on the wall.
You don't understand anything. Stop criticizing my taste.
Paimon can't tell which of them is more problematic.
You whisper very...
Yeah?
Do you have any more questions?
Let Paimon think.
I bear them no ill will. More accurate, to some extent,
Ilias also said that he apologized.
It doesn't matter. I never judging from his experiences, he's more courageous than I'm going for dinner in 10 minutes, so I'll...
Paimon doesn't have any more questions. Oh, you only started investigating with the Matra at the Academia because you were interested in something, right? But after meeting Siraj...
I had no interest in him. I now understand the reason. Correct. The fall of the sages and the fact that Siraj's project attracted so much interest despite not being approved speaks to the lack of research projects as the acting grant. In addition, what...
Paimon understands...
I think minimum
Wait, your resident...
Yes. I don't think Siraj... What he'd do then wouldn't have been any concern.
What?
I'm not suited to be if I serve as acting Grand Sage for it's important to...
Oh, now that you say that, Paimon's kinda hungry.
See ya.
The name Siraj doesn't ring a bell.
He isn't someone who would leave.
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the Academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the Academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted.
And I suppose they'd let everyone...
Again, that's mighty.
But my salary will...
Wait, what?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his client.
I took time out of my...
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to...
What? Are you trying to annoy me to death? The decorations you bought...
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine.
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features?
Artistry,
So I'll have to bring you a loan.
Of course.
But why would I do that? It would just be another form of a loan.
Can't you just be nice?
Pretending that you're not in debt.
Speaking of which, your friends won't say any...
There's no need to hide it.
What? No, it can't be.